Clark County Today is presented by Connell Real Estate. Hire an agent, get a team. Learn more by visiting connellrealestate.com.
Hey everyone, Chris Brown here with the ClarkCountyToday.com video update for Monday, November 23rd. Well, Clark County added 314 new COVID-19 cases over the weekend, but Clark County Public Health says that's actually an undercount. The department says a problem with their fax machine meant positive test results from some providers were not received. Any cases not accounted for in today's report will be added to Tuesday's update. And there were no new deaths reported over the weekend, and active cases also dropped slightly to 499. Hospitalizations also declined a little bit from last week, with 65 positive and 7 suspected cases, taking up 11.5% of available beds. The county also said the rapid increase in cases has left them struggling to keep up with the pace of contacting new cases to conduct an interview. Public Health has already changed tactics to focus case investigations on public facilities while asking people who test positive to notify their own close contacts. County is now asking healthcare providers to give patients information on quarantining and who they should notify may have been a close contact. Calls from people with questions about the pandemic are also being returned, but may take extra time. You can find more information in the link on the story at ClarkCountyToday.com. Well, Peace Health is joining 100 of the nation's top healthcare systems, representing thousands of hospitals in communities across the U.S. for an urgent plea for all Americans to mask up. If the nation stays on its current course, hospital leaders are increasingly concerned that more healthcare facilities will be overwhelmed as shortages of healthy caregivers make it difficult to handle the rapidly increasing number of patients. Unfortunately, this is already happening in parts of the country. The next several months will be critical, according to Peace Health officials. Though there has been positive news about vaccine development, no one knows when those vaccines will be ready for widespread use. In the meantime, Peace Health officials believe everyone should remain vigilant, take precautions, and follow public health orders. In addition to masking, the CDC suggests everyone minimize the number of non-household contacts, maintain a physical distance of at least 6 feet, and limit the amount of time around others, especially while indoors and in poorly ventilated areas. Hey, the Woodland School District has announced a rollback in the transition of students from remote learning to in-person learning as a result of rising COVID-19 cases in Clark and Cowlitz counties. Woodland Schools were joined in the decision by Kalama School District. In collaboration with county health experts, the district made the decision to limit any in-person learning beyond kindergarten and first grade students to small groups. Both districts chose to continue offering in-person learning to students in kindergarten and first grade as they are in the critical years of early reading development and are most in need of in-person learning. For Woodland Public Schools, students in grades K through 4 have been attending a hybrid in-person schedule, so this change means all students in grades 2 through 4 will return to remote-only learning as of today. Well, Vancouver police are continuing an investigation into a shooting that happened last Friday in the parking lot of the Lowe's home improvement store in East Vancouver. 48-year-old Aaron Dreyer called police reporting he had shot someone. Dreyer told police he noticed a man, later identified as 22-year-old Kenneth Nigg, running out of the east emergency door of the building with an armload of merchandise and heading towards a waiting vehicle with a female in the driver's seat. Dreyer said he moved his vehicle closer, trying to get the license plate number of the vehicle Nigg was getting into, when Nigg approached and began attacking Dreyer's vehicle with the handle of an axe, breaking out several windows. Dreyer said he exited his vehicle and told police he shot Nigg as the man approached with the axe handle still in hand. Nigg was transported to a local hospital where he remains today. The Vancouver Police Department Major Crimes Unit is continuing that investigation. Vancouver police are also still asking for the public's help locating this man. Randy Dean Bates left home without taking his medications and not dressed for this weather. A VPD spokesperson tells us that Bates has been in contact with his family but has not been located and is still considered missing. He was last seen wearing a green-colored jacket, blue jeans, and a lime green face mask. Bates is white, 5 foot 7 inches tall, and 180 pounds with hazel eyes and white hair. He was likely driving a black 1994 Chevy S10 truck with Washington plates B62834P. If you see him, you're asked to contact the police. Well, tomorrow afternoon, the 16 members of the Oregon and Washington legislatures that comprise the Bi-State Bridge Committee will get their first look at a proposed finance plan for the replacement bridge. A preview of the presentation shows an estimated price tag of between $3.2 and $4.8 billion, depending on whether the final plan includes light rail, which would be more expensive, or bus rapid transit lane. The planners estimate Oregon and Washington would need to come up with $1.8 to $2.3 billion of that amount, with the rest needing federal grant approval. The proposal focuses on a plan similar to the locally preferred alternative in the Columbia River Crossing project, which included 12 lanes of traffic. The full proposal can be heard during the committee's meeting on Tuesday from 1 to 4 p.m. You can see a preview at clarkcountytoday.com right now, and of course full coverage following that meeting. Well, lastly, this evening, Bridge the Gap, a charity that provides for children in foster care, missed out on its annual in-person fundraiser this year. Now the charity is hoping to raise money in an online fundraiser beginning December 5th. Here's Paul Valencia with more.
If you were one of the hundreds of people who attended Bridge the Gap's Champagne Brunch in 2019, you were probably looking forward to the 2020 event. Of course, the pandemic had other ideas. This year, Bridge the Gap is going with the virtual auction. Officially, it begins December 5th and lasts through December 9th, but folks are being encouraged to register early. There might even be some specials in there for you. Bridge the Gap is an important part of the foster care system in Southwest Washington. It helps pay for tutoring, along with many other enrichment programs, to ensure children in foster care have the same opportunities as other children. For more on the auction, see our story on clarkcountytoday.com and visit Bridge the Gap's website at bridgethegapforkidscc.org.
All right, thanks so much, Paul. And that is your Monday check of the stories that we're following for you at clarkcountytoday.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to see when stories are posted and be part of the conversation. You can always send news tips and story ideas via email to news@clarkcountytoday.com. For all of us, I'm Chris Brown. Thanks for watching. We'll be back with you again tomorrow.